Hi everybody, good afternoon, good evening. Hello. Okay, you all, I'm already kind of started. I got my water boiling, so I'm not going to prolong the time. So, hello. You all will see me in a minute. So here you are, I got some water boiling with a little bit of salt and a little bit of bay leaf because I'm making some mashed potatoes. I'm going to add a little bit of my chicken broth seasoning in there for my potatoes. Sometimes I'll add chicken bouillon or I'll use chicken broth to make my mashed potatoes. So I'm going to let that dissolve and then we're going to add in our potatoes. And that way those can be cooking while we're doing some of our other things. Hi dear, I'm cooking my girls' dinner. They are having homemade mashed potatoes. We're gonna have some, these are like, it's pork ribeye meat. So they look like little pork chops to me. They're gonna have those smothered in some beefy mushroom gravy and some Brussels sprouts. Thank you for sharing, Marcy. All right, so here are my potatoes. Usually when I go live, I like to go ahead and have my potatoes already cut and I just sit them in some water. So I just peel them, cut them, and have them prepared. So I'm gonna drain this water off and we're gonna add those into our boiling water. It just helps things to go quicker. Nobody wants to watch somebody peeling and cutting potatoes. At least I don't. So I try to save y'all from all of that. And I'm gonna turn that heat up on my potatoes and we're going to bring those to a boil. Now, here is those ribeye pieces that I have. They call them pork ribeye. I don't know. So maybe you've seen them. They're kind of small, but it's like a pork chop. I can tell they're really tender just by touching them when I was seasoning them. Seems more tender than an actual pork chop, but I know it's obviously a part of the pork. Who said they coming over? You can come over. How y'all doing? I'm gonna talk to y'all in a minute. I'm gonna stay focused and show y'all this quick and easy meal. And I'm not gonna always say quick and easy, but simple and easy, because all the time it's not as quick, but it ain't gonna take you real long either. If you follow me, you know I'll show you some recipes, honey, that you can do in under 30 minutes for your families. And if you have children like I do, you don't want to have them waiting a long time and you don't want to be in the kitchen a long time. So that's what I'm all about. Budget friendly. These ribeyes, I'm gonna tell you why I'm cooking these, not ribeyes, the ribeye pork things. The reason why I got these, you all, because they were buy one get one free. So that's the kind of shopping that I do. When I see something on sale, I grab it and I just create what I want to create from it. So everything I make is pretty much budget friendly. So what am I doing, you all? Why am I putting this butter in here? Put a little bit more. We are going to cook these this pork meat. Now listen, you can either fry your meat up. Let me put a little oil in here too. You can choose to batter these with some flour and fry them and do it that way. Lately I have not been battering my meats to do smothered meat. I'd like to just pan cook mine and then I take them out and then I make my gravy. But feel free to do it how you want. And when you see what I'm talking about, then you can choose your own way. But I choose not to add the additional flour because we just don't need it. And you're still gonna have that same great taste, just without all that extra batter. And my kids don't care. They just care for the flavor, so they're not gonna be tripping off the fact that it's not battered with flour. So, but you can choose to do yours how you want. You wanna flour it up and fry it and then smother it, feel free. So I added a little vegetable oil and a little bit of my butter. I seasoned these with my adobo and a little bit of my seasonal. And I like the adobo because it's not salty, but it has all those flavors that you like, the garlic and onion powder. And then I like to use the seasonal because it does have a little salt, but it has other flavor too that helps to work well with that adobo. And I'll be able to see your comments in just a minute. I just want to get those in there. And I'm going to wash this plate because I'm going to use it to put my meat back on. And I have my stove on a medium-high heat. Thank you for liking and sharing. I appreciate you all. Thank you for liking and sharing. Okay, so tonight, you all, we're doing homemade mashed potatoes. In this pot, we have our water with a little bit of our chicken flavor, some bay leaves, and a little bit of salt, just a little bit. Here we're doing our pork meat, okay? I have some chopped mushroom. I'm doing mushroom tonight with my onions and peppers. Here's my onions and peppers. Y'all know I love onions and peppers. I don't care what I'm cooking. But this is what I want you all to try. I've shared a recipe with the beefy mushroom before, but tonight I'm going to thicken it up so it will be a part of the gravy. I'm going to use this in addition to, okay? We got some beef broth, and then I cut up my Brussels. So I'm going to do a cheesy Brussels. My girls love Brussels sprouts. You can cut them how you want or leave them whole, but I'll show you how I'm going to make mine tonight, okay? And then, of course, I have my beef base seasoning. We're going to use some of this to add into our gravy. And this one is not open. Let me get the other one. And these are really cheap, you all. These are only like $2 and something at Walmart. I'm sure they have them at the grocery store too, but I get mine at Walmart. And I can't wait to share with you all what I got coming up, honey. But I'm going to keep it to myself right now. Y'all gonna be happy though. I already know. Alright. So I'm gonna turn these over. And you don't have to cook your meat all the way through because we're gonna put it back in that gravy and let it cook a little bit. I just like to cook my meat till it's like done. I don't want to overdo it. Can y'all see that, honey? You may have to move your comments so you can see. But these are nice and cute for the kids too, so I was glad they were buy one, get one, because I see them in the store. I've just never bought them. Alright, let me move this stuff over. We don't need to. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. I like to go back. And if I miss any questions or comments, I like to be able to answer those, or you can email me. Hello. Thank you for the hearts. Any interaction with the video will help you out. Any interaction. Like, share, throw up the heart. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't see comments. I'm just seeing you all coming on. Hopefully it'll... Hey, Denise watching from... Is that Rincon, Georgia? I'm probably saying that wrong. R-I-N-C-O-N. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the stars. Okay, y'all see these? Pork... I don't even know what they call y'all. It's pork ribeye. Pork ribeye. I'll put them on a plate. I'm not going to overcook these. Let me grab that plate. And I'm going to turn the heat off for just a second because I don't want anything to start burning. We need this goodness in this pan. And that's why I don't like to cook on high too. That way you can reserve those flavors. So now you all can see. Do you all see that meat? That way you have a close-up. I know y'all probably hear Bella in the background. Okay, so if you want to try those, these are the pork ribeye. So now what I'm going to do with this goodness in this pan, honey, I'm going to add a little bit more of my butter. And if you don't want to use butter, you all, just use a little bit of your oil, whatever oil that you like. You don't need a lot. I use more butter because I want the flavor of it, but you don't have to do the butter. We're going to add in our onions and peppers. Leave those out if you don't want them. And our mushroom. That's a lot of mushroom. I don't need all that. That's good. Okay. Y'all ain't never seen me do that, honey. I'm like, we do not need all of that. That is real talk. All right, let me grab, where is my other spoon? There it is. And so I love when I cook a meat and then I'm able to throw in my veggies to soak up that flavor, you all. And it's okay if you're vegetarian, it's fine too, because you can create your own flavors, of course. It'll still be good. Do y'all see that? Do you see it? And I'm gonna go back to like a medium high. Y'all see that? I could eat this by itself. So we're gonna cook that for just a few moments. And I hope you all are timing this. I want you to see how we can make a quick meal or a delicious meal in definitely under an hour. But I think we can do it for 30 minutes. I think we can have this done in 30 minutes. Unless you want your meat to cook a little longer. But once it's done, it's done. And this meat does not seem like it's, it seems very tender, like it's a tender cut. So we gotta let it cook a little more, but it's definitely not gonna take the time that it would take like a regular pork chop. That I do know. So if you're cooking tonight, let me know what you're making. I'm still debating on what I'm making for Easter, but I'm thinking about, for Easter, I'm thinking about making smothered turkey wings. But you all got me thinking about ham. I saw a lot of people saying they were going to make ham for Easter. I didn't even think about ham. So I know I want some smothered turkey or turkey breast. I may do turkey breast with gravy. I'm thinking about making a dressing. Maybe some collards and green beans. Matthew, you making a cheesecake? I know it's going to be good, honey. Thank you, Verda. Again, this is just mushrooms, onions, and our peppers. Cooking in a little butter. We're about to set that gravy off in just a minute. Of course, there's multiple ways to make gravy, but I'm going to show you an easy way to go from here to a gravy. We got our potatoes over here cooking, and I cut them small so it doesn't take them long to cook. I got a little of my chicken flavor in there with my bay leaf and a little salt. And then we're going to cook our Brussels sprouts. And I am going to make them cheesy because my girls like cheese. But whatever I'm doing, make sure you always omit what you don't like and add what you do like. It does not have to be this way. The main thing I like to push for y'all to try is certain flavors. If I'm pushing a flavor, you can do whatever you want with it. Just please try it. Please try it. All right, we'll give it another minute and then we're going to add in our flour. Angela, which pot? This is the mushroom, onions, and peppers. That is our potatoes. Now those, if you're watching tonight, make sure you turn on your notifications if you would like to see more of my videos. Facebook is not notifying us, and I say us because me too. There are many people I don't see anymore because it's just, I guess my notifications aren't turned on for their pages either. So just make sure you do that before you leave. All right. I got quite a bit of moisture in this pan, but I'm going to add just a little bit more. I'm going to add a little more oil. You can do oil or butter, but you got to have enough moisture so we can moisten our flour. And then I have some beef broth. So I'm going to show you this way to make gravy. turn it down on a medium. So if you have enough moisture in your pan with your onions and peppers, you all, you can go ahead and add some flour in. You just want to make sure that it's enough moisture to moisten your flour, if that makes sense. Enough liquid to moisten your flour. That's important that your flour is moistened so that you don't have a clumpy gravy. Okay, and once you've done that, just go ahead and start pouring in your liquid. Now, more than likely, we may have to thicken this up, but we'll see once we get there. Let's just see where we are. And I'm not going to put too much of the beef broth because I'm actually going to add in some of my beefy soup as well. Oh, that got pretty thick. Y'all see that? Adding a little bit more of that. So this is just one of the ways you can create a gravy. So it's already kind of on the thick side, but I want to add a can of my beefy mushroom soup. Okay. This flavor in this soup is so good. If you've tried it, you already know. But you can actually use this for a gravy by itself. So I'm going to add that in. It has little chunks of mushroom in it. Sometimes I just like to use it by itself. But I'm going to mix that in with my gravy. For that flavor, honey. Oh my gosh. And even with that, it's thick enough. You all see that? So I'm gonna get a spoon real quick. Let me taste this. Woo! Ooh, that's good. Woo! They don't need nothing. Okay. That's good. So I'm going to go ahead and add this back in. And these are my pork riblets, ribeyes. Just get them down in there. We'll cover it with the gravy. So when I post that picture, y'all gonna be like, yep, I saw her make it, honey. And it's so easy. You gotta try that beefy mushroom soup though. You gotta try it. It's so good. I'm gonna pour that juice in there too, honey. Ugh. Y'all, it smells so good in here. Now with this, I'm gonna turn it down on a medium low and let that cook for the remainder of the time. We're gonna move it over. I'm gonna have to do these potatoes. Let me grab my top. And I think what's funny is I don't have a top to this pot. I get these skillets from Sam's, but they don't come with tops. So we're gonna improvise because that's what we do. And one of the things I love about, it doesn't matter what culture you are, we all improvise. We do. We do a lot of the same things. We just don't even know it sometimes. All right, so we're gonna cover that and then we're gonna move these over. I'm just trying to see if I see any of your comments. Thank you all for hopping on. Thanks for liking and sharing. And please, please, please give this a try. Wait till you see the finished product. And better yet, wait until you taste it. All right. So again, that's that beefy mushroom. I'm gonna put the other one in the cupboard because I don't need it. So look for the beefy mushroom. You know what I could do? I could put this on my, y'all know I have multiple gadgets. So I'm gonna just pull out my laptop and put that on it. I would have to move my, let me see. I wonder if this pie, it may not even work on that, you all. Let me see. If it doesn't work on my flat top, I'll just move it over to the other side. All right. And it doesn't. The flat top I have, it only works with certain pots, and it just doesn't work with that particular pot, which is fine. Calm down, calm down. This one's too high. All right, we're gonna get our mashed potatoes together. I need this to simmer down because I don't need it cooking this high. There it is, it's calming down. I'll let y'all see that up close. That gravy is right. All right, so now we're going to do our, let me get this in the right place. I need to wipe up here. I don't know why my comments aren't popping up. I'm sorry, y'all. It's like I keep seeing people coming on, but it's not showing me anything. I'll see a comment every now and then. So these potatoes are just about there. I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little bit because those are just about there. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate it. So hopefully my comments will start popping back on. Let me put this beef broth up. We're done with it. So for my mashed potatoes, I'm gonna just do a little bit of my butter and heavy whipping cream. But you know, with that, you can do what you want. Sour cream. I probably will put a little bit of sour cream this go around. I'm not gonna give my kids no cheese because they're gonna have cheese in their Brussels sprouts. So we'll just do a little sour cream and a little heavy whipping cream. And that bay leaf, it gives it a whole nother level of flavor. So you gotta try the bay leaf in your mashed potatoes. Hi Rita, thank you so much, dear. Hi Mary, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Let's see, Marnita says, hey, is that a vegan meal? It's not. I'm doing good. How you doing? Marnita. Hey, Star. Thank you. Sarita, tonight I'm making my girls a smothered pork ribeye and the mushroom and the beefy mushroom soup. We didn't put none of the beef seasoning in it, but it's okay. It still tastes good. I could put a little bit in there, though. Just a little added flavor. This is good to add into your gravy. The beef broth base. I'm gonna put a little bit in there because I forgot to put that in there. But we actually don't need it. It's just a little bit of extra flavor. But y'all making them some smothered pork ribeye meat and some homemade mashed potatoes and some Brussels sprouts. That's what I'm cooking them tonight. And I was telling my subscribers that I'm gonna have to start probably posting a little earlier. My girls eat early. Like they don't usually eat like at dinner time unless it's like on a weekend. But during the week, they come in, you all, and they want to eat right when they come in from school. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So when I make mashed potatoes, I usually like them kind of lumpy. I'm not gonna have any, but I'm gonna taste them, of course. But I don't like them to be real soft, so that you can still have that, you know what I mean, the consistency. Thank you, Vivian. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Rita. It smells great. I'm gonna tell you, Vivian said, Aisha, you are always so professional. Love it. And I'm gonna tell you something, you all. Those that, you know, you desire to be a, I don't know what you want to call it, influencer, content creator, just remember, if you just, well, how can I put it? Because you don't want to tell people not to be themselves, but just remember, you know, just remember your audience, remember who you're trying to reach. And I love that I have a page that can reach all people. I really love that about myself, about my page actually. And I love that I don't have to try, like I don't have to come on here and try not to curse, or come on here and try not to do certain things. Like, this is just what it is. So kids can watch, you know, grown people, elderly, whoever you are. All right, this is at a good temperature, so we're good over here. I'm gonna turn these off and we'll mix these up, and then we'll do our Brussels, you all, and then we will be ready to plate our food. It really doesn't take long. I think I said my goal was 30 minutes tonight. How long have we been on here? We haven't been cooking the whole time though, so. But I said my goal was 30. All right, let me get my strainer. We'll strain these off, and then we'll get these together. I gotta take those bay leaves out. I put about 3 or 4 small bay leaves in the potatoes. So I'm gonna add some butter in first. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. I love some butter. I do. It just makes stuff taste so good. And we will need a little bit of a little salt and pepper. All right, so again, we have chicken flavor in here that we use. We use a little bay leaf. Just a little bit of salt in the potatoes. So I'm gonna smash them first to see kind of where we are. Because like I said, I want that consistency to still be there. I don't want them to be like baby food. So let's see. All right, so now I see what I'm working with. I'm gonna add in a little bit, just a little bit of my heavy whipping cream. I'm adding a little bit of my sour cream. I'll get a spoon for that. That sour cream really is good in your mashed potatoes. I wish I had some green onion, but I don't. I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt and a little black pepper. This is probably one of the easiest things to make, is some homemade mashed potatoes. But I'm gonna tell you, box mash is good too. I don't make box mash. I would if I had to for anybody, but a lot of fast food have the box mash. Like what's that one spot, you all, KFC? They definitely got box mash. KFC and any of those places. I've never been to a fast food that has real mashed potatoes. But do you all see the consistency? I like it like this, opposed to it being, you know, this is perfect. So you still have some clumps. You got your flavor. This is perfect. All right, let me taste that. I love it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes all you need, like the more simple it is, sometimes the more better stuff tastes, isn't it? All right, let's move that over here. And we're gonna move this here. And last but not least, we're gonna make these Brussels sprouts, you all, and that's gonna be it. Let me just put up my sour cream and my heavy whipping cream. Where's my top here? And kind of clear my little area here. I got stuff behind the camera. And I'm gonna be out of your hair. Y'all, those mashed potatoes are so good. I want some so bad. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not going to do it, and you're not going to convince me. That's just gonna be what that is. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. All right, you all. For the Brussels, I'm gonna have to open a little bit more butter. Okay, so I have some fresh Brussels sprouts that I cut up. And then I have my bacon grease, which is here. So we're gonna add a little bit of that into this pan and a little butter. And we are going to cook these Brussels. I'm gonna add a little cheese on them, but that'll be towards the end. I'm not gonna cook them a long time. We just wanna get them to where they're soft. I don't like a mushy veggie. I'm kind of training my kids to be that way too, so they eat how I eat a lot of the times. But I just believe in still having some type of firmness to your vegetable. I'm gonna put this on a medium high. I keep my bacon grease, so love, love, love it. Just gonna put a little bit in there, not much. If you don't want that, just leave it out. Believe it or not, I can make your food delicious without pork. You don't need pork for it to be good, just so you know. However, pork does make it better, I'm just saying. Just like butter. All right. Now, I got it on a medium high. That's usually my favorite temperature. Medium high, medium, or medium low. We don't need to cook on high. We're not in a hurry, right? We want things to taste good, come out well, not burning and scorching stuff, so there's no need to rush it. Hello, everybody. Every time I come to look at my comments, I just see people coming on. Thank you for the thumbs up. Any interaction is helpful. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for all of it. All right, I've already rinsed my Brussels, okay? But rinsing is your option. I never teach people that. It's what you want to do. Now, when I start my in-person cooking classes, I will be teaching more about that as far as rinsing and things like that. But I'll never be forceful about telling people what to do. I feel like it's your food, so you do what you want to do. But I'll be more, you know, making more recommendations about things to do and the reasons why I'm recommending those things. So, but for social media, I don't. Do what you want to do at your house, honey. You all, listen. I love me some Brussels sprouts, especially when they're cooked right. And already the aroma is just like, ah. So I'm going to add in just a little bit of my collard green seasoning. Okay. Just a little bit. And I say just a little bit because I don't want to overpower this. Green vegetables, especially when they're fresh vegetables, they soak up whatever you put in the pot. Whatever you seasoning, butter, whatever. They're gonna soak it right up. And I don't want them to soak that up. And the reason being is because I'm gonna add cheese. And I want them to, you know, I want them to be able to enjoy it without it being overpowered by a seasoning, but more so enjoy that butter with the cheese, if that makes sense. So as you can see, they got a little char on them. That's perfectly fine. I turned the heat down to a medium low. I am going to have to add more butter though, because we need more of a softness to them. They're too firm right now. So put a little bit more butter in there. Or you can use your oils, whatever you're using. I love this pot. This is probably my favorite pot or type of pan, because I have multiple of these. They're really good pans, you all. They work really well. I grew up on a gas stove, so having to work with an electric stove is different. So I'm glad I found some pans that work well with an electric stove. But I'm used to a gas stove, so anything work well on the gas stove, honey. The original stove, the gas, the fire. So, my next house, I promise you, I'm not buying another house that don't have a gas stove. And I mean that. That's gonna be the first thing. If it ain't got a gas stove, don't even show me the house. I don't even want to see it. Nope, I don't want to put one in it. I want a gas stove. You all, these Brussels smell so good. Another good thing about fresh vegetables, you want them to keep their color. If they start turning too much, you're cooking the nutrients out of the vegetable, okay? So you want to make sure they stay. Hold on, what kind of pot are you cooking? Sarita, it's, you all, what is this? The Palms? I think it's called the Palms. Hold on, let me grab that one. I gotta hurry up because I don't want these to cook too. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, so here's one of my other ones. It's a big one. It's called, you see that? Palm. It says Palm Restaurant, estimated 1926. Love, love, love these pans. They just cook so good. I can't even explain it to you, honey. You just gotta try it. We're gonna pop some cheese in here, honey. And one of my absolute favorite cheeses is provolone. Okay, provolone, so good. I'm gonna take a little bit of my whipping cream, just a little bit, just to moisten them. I have a recipe similar to this. I have some kind of Brussels sprouts recipe that I did. I'll show y'all something real quick. Thank you for my top. All right, let me see. Did you get those palm pots from No, Sarita, where did I get these? I don't even remember where I got these from, but it had to either been TJ Maxx, Marshalls, TJ Maxx or Marshalls for sure. Okay, this is gonna take just a second and we are actually done. We're gonna need something. I took my spoon. Oh, see, you all, it's right where it needs to be. I'm gonna cut one of my meats open. This meat is not, like I said, it's not, you don't have to cook it a long time. I'm gonna cut it open so you all can see too. Sometimes the pork meat, you have to cook it a while for it to get tender. And I'm gonna just take this one because this is one of the bigger ones. See, you can tell. Do you see the tenderness of this meat? You do not want to overcook these. You don't have to overcook them. They're done. They are done. Yes, Lord. Okay. So I'm gonna plate up a plate for my daughter. All my girls, but definitely my baby girl. I'll do Aaliyah's plate first so you all can see. Move this top over here. One of the things I like to do, honey, when I'm scooping out the mashed potatoes, y'all see that? See that cheese melted? Boom. Done, done, and done. I don't know how long we've been on here, but I was trying to shoot for 30 minutes. All right. So we're gonna take our mashed potatoes. Show you how when I plate my food. Just trying to put a little indentation at the top. Let me get a little something. I'm just putting a little indentation at the top of my mashed potatoes so that the gravy can go down up in there. Okay, just like that. We're gonna grab some of our meat. Put 2 little small pieces on here for her, y'all, so y'all can see this goodness. Now, of course, we got to put some gravy. Y'all see that? And then we're going to grab some of our Brussels sprouts here with the cheese. Ooh, child. Y'all see that? I can't even get the cheese out of here, honey. It's gonna mess up my plate. Come on now. Act right. I have to fix my plate, y'all. Hold on. Because this cheese is not gonna let me be great. Y'all know that provolone give you that stringiness, so we're gonna put that back. There we go. Now let me bring y'all over here so you can see it. And then I'm gonna take my pictures. Y'all look at that. We just made it together. Homemade mashed potatoes, our beefy mushroom gravy, and those cheesy, what you call them, y'all? Brussels. Thank you all for hopping on. I'll post a picture. Love you guys. Thanks for liking and sharing. I'll see you all tomorrow, so be on the lookout to see what I'm cooking in case you want to cook with me, okay? Love you guys. See you tomorrow.